and muddy for you. Fill your tank and grab a...
In today's installment of Training Minutes, I'm going to show you how to make a regular and mini Stromboli. You start with a 5-ounce calzone dough on a pre-sprayed pan, and you want to spread it out. The calzone dough isn't as hard to work with as the large pizza dough, so you don't really have to worry about bringing it to room temperature before you work with this dough. It can only fight back so much. It's a thinner dough, so it doesn't give you as much problems if you work with it cold. You want to spread it out without getting any thin spots to a nice size. You put 1 cup of cheese down on the front half of it. 7 pepperonis for a regular boli. 1 inner leaf of ham that you want to cut into small bites. Oops. Then you want to take 1 ounce of sauce and put it along the back seal of the Stromboli. Now you're going to flip your Stromboli up and over the toppings. You want to roll the edges over each other. Take a fork, and what this is doing is you want to marry the dough together. This will hold your seam, keep it from opening back up again. Using that same fork, you want to make a couple puncture holes in the top for the air to vent out of it. We're going to set this one aside so that I can show you how to make mini bolis. For the mini Stromboli, you take the same 5-ounce calzone shell, cut it in half right down the middle. And you want to spread them out, just like you did the larger one. Mini bolis get a 1/2 cup of cheese, still on the one side. This dough is pretty forgiving, so if you have to stretch it and move it around, it'll let you do that. 4 pepperonis. And a 1/2 inner leaf of ham. For the Strombolis, we have 2 set recipe Strombolis. The ones I'm showing you are pepperoni, ham, and cheese. There's also a ham and cheese set recipe Stromboli. Those are the ones that go in the grab and go. If a customer were to order a Stromboli, you could tell them that our original Stromboli has ham, cheese, and pepperoni in it, but they can get anything they want. And this Stromboli gets a 1/2 ounce of sauce in the back. And you want to do it the same as you did the large one. Pull the back up and over the front. Roll your sides in, marry them. if there's one thing that you want to take your time on, it's marrying the dough. Because if these seams open while it's in the oven, black smoke pours out of everywhere because the sauce burns on the tray. Puncture holes, spread it out a little bit. Now if you can see on camera, I have this huge glob up here of extra dough. There's nothing in there, it's just dough. So in order to avoid a customer biting into that and thinking that this is awful, just take your pizza cutter and cut it off, and that fixes it. I'm just going to place it on the pan with the other stromboli that I made. The strombolis, once you have them prepared, it isn't a bad idea to let them sit out for a few minutes before baking to allow them to proof, and then bake them like regular. Okay, we've baked our stromboli and you can see it came out very nicely. What you want to do when your strombolis are done is rub the outside top with the whirl butter. It gives them a nice shine and kind of seals it in so that you can put it in the grab-and-go and hold it for up to 2 hours without a problem. We do also have some ovens that burn the bottoms of the strombolis. An easy way to fix that is just simply put another empty pan underneath the pan that your stromboli's on to help bust up the heat so that it doesn't overcook the bottom. And there you go. In this installment of Training Minutes, I'm going to show you how to make breadsticks. Breadsticks come in 2 sizes, a 2-piece or a 4-piece. I'm going to show you the 2-piece. If it's for 4, you just double it. You want to take each individual breadstick and using a black plastic spreader, spread garlic butter on it. The garlic butter is hard to spread, but it doesn't have to be perfect. It's just going to melt into the breadstick. For a 2-piece, it gets a 1/4 cup of cheese. For a 4-piece, it gets a 1/2 cup of cheese. So you put your cheese on, sprinkle the pizza garnish, and you're ready for the oven. Now this is what the breadsticks look like when they're done in the oven. Baking times vary by store, but you can see that the cheese is already melted and the ends are turning brown. When you give these to a customer, this hardened garlic butter that is dried and baked on the side of the pan, you want to cut that off before you give it to them. So using your pizza wheel, just cut it off so it doesn't go in the box with the actual breadsticks. Make sure you ask your customer if they would like any dipping sauce with their breadsticks. You can give them the pizza sauce or the spaghetti sauce, either one, whatever their choice would be.
Got a minute, make it Nittany. Nittany Minute Mart. Saving minutes and money for you. Fill your tank and grab a meal. Java Nation coffee too. Quick and fast, in a hurry.